Good to see you guys today. All right, we're gonna start standing on our mat. So come on over and stand in mountain pose. This is a gentle flow, nothing too crazy. It's a bit of a head to toe flow, so that we'll get a little bit of everything in our bodies moving after possibly a break. Some of us took some time off over the holiday. I did, and it was nice. So if you have not been doing a whole lot of yoga, this will feel good to your body. So let's stand, feet sit bone distance apart, mountain pose, arms by your sides. Inhale, gently draw your shoulders up toward your ears. And as you exhale, slide your shoulder blades way down and then tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Then bring your chin up again and inhale, draw your shoulders up. Exhale, first slide your shoulders all the way down, then tilt left ear to left shoulder. Good, we'll do that a couple of times. So come on up, inhale, a gentle shrug. Exhale down and tilt right ear, right shoulder. Good, come on up, inhale, draw up. Slow, deep breaths. Exhale, draw your shoulders down, then left ear, left shoulder. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, shoulders pull up gently. Exhale, draw down, right ear, right shoulder. And come back up, inhale. And exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Good. Come on up and take 3 gentle, symmetrical shoulder rolls like that. And then change the direction. Good. Once you've done 3 like that, interlace your hands behind your head. Push your head a little bit back into your hands so you feel your chin draw in. Now draw your navel towards your spine. Inhale, tilt your head back a little bit, look up. Exhale, come back to neutral and tuck your chin into your chest. And then lift your head up, chin pulls back, then tilt your head back, look up. And exhale, chin into your chest. So hands stay at the back of your head. There, keep going a few rounds. Inhale, you can play with wider elbows or narrower elbows. See what feels good to your body. Chin to your chest. Let's do 2 more rounds like that. Inhale, lean your head back into the support of your hands, and then exhale. If it feels good, you can let your hands get a little heavier on the back of your head. Let's do 1 more like that. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Now lift your chin up, bring your arms down, separate your feet about shoulder distance apart, bend your knees a little bit and take a swinging twist side to side, swing your arms around. And keep breathing. Deep, slow breaths. In and out. Good. And then slow that swing down. We're going to do something else for our next here. So step back to sit bone distance with your feet. Take a deep breath in, stand up tall, shoulders down, and as you exhale, tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Now, swivel your chin a little bit toward the ceiling, just tiny bit. Take a deep breath in, your ear is still tilting over on the right side. As you exhale, swivel your chin all the way down and in until it points toward your right collarbone. So we're going to swivel back and forth. Inhale, tilt up and back slightly. And exhale, just gently roll it down. Nice and slow does the trick. Keep reaching down through your left arm for resistance. Inhale, swivel up. And exhale, swivel down. And let's do 1 more round like that. Inhale, swivel up and back a little bit. And exhale, swivel down. Now roll your chin down to the center of your chest. Lift up from there. Take a few alternate shoulder rolls. Starting to wake up your muscles in your upper back, neck, and shoulders. Change the direction. Good. And then drop your arms down. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. Then inhale, swivel your chin up slightly. Exhale, swivel slowly through center and down and in. Reach down through your left arm, left fingers. Inhale, swivel up and back slightly. And exhale, swivel forward and down. Nice and slow like that. We'll do a couple more rounds. Inhale, up and back. Be gentle. Exhale, swivel down. And One more round like that. Inhale up and back. And exhale. Swivel down and in. Roll to the center of your chest. Lift your chin up and symmetrically again. 3 shoulder rolls. Good. And 3 in the other direction. Good. Now step your feet out to shoulder distance again. And hook your thumbs. Take your arms up overhead. I'll step back just a little bit so you can see a little bit more of me. So hook your thumbs, feet shoulder distance. Take a deep breath in. Pull against your thumbs a little bit. Draw your low ribs in so your core is engaged. As you exhale, tilt to the right slightly. Side bend. Inhale. Come up and tilt to the left. So side to side with your breath. Keep pulling a little bit against your thumbs like you're trying to separate them. We'll go an inhale in one direction and an exhale in the other. Good. Stay curious about where you're feeling stiff and tight, where you feel a little bit more open. Challenge yourself where you need to, but back off also where you need to. That's our last round like that. Bring your arms down and give your arms a little swing forward and back. Let them cross in front and squeeze a little bit behind. Now, step your feet out even wider, 3 to 4 feet in distance. Toes angle out, heels in. Bring your arms up to a W shape. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together without back bending. So keep a long neutral spine. As you exhale, horse stance, hands to your heart, sink your hips down. Keep your spine nice and vertical. Inhale, tighten your front ribs in. Keep them in as you sink down. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor muscles just a little bit. So keep going with your breath. Try to symmetrically squeeze your shoulder blades together and then symmetrically sink down into your horse stance. Doesn't need to be a deep squat. We're really just trying to mobilize things, to make our joints and our muscles glide a little better, to move a little bit better as a unity. So this isn't going to be the deepest, stretchiest flow. It's not going to be the hardest flow. It's really just meant to move, help you move. Sometimes it feels really good just to back off a little bit, not go your deepest. Sometimes it feels really good to challenge yourself and push. But let's take the approach today of backing away a little bit, seeing where we find more freedom of movement rather than pushing up against our own restrictions. Good, so we'll do one more round like that. Nice and gentle. Good. And then straighten your legs, parallel your feet, hook your thumbs, and then hook them the way it feels a little less natural. Switch the hook. Take your arms up, take a deep breath and pull against your thumbs. Exhale, tilt to the left a little bit. And then inhale, tilt to the right. Sometimes your body will want to back bend here, so tighten your front ribs in, navel to spine a little bit. Even as you side bend, stay lifted up and out of your pelvis slightly. So you feel like your lower back is long, your tailbone just a little bit lengthened down toward the floor. Good. One more round like that. And the last one goes to the right. And then come on up, bring your arms down and give them a swing. So you may feel that you're getting warmer, more awake in your neck and your shoulders and your upper back. We're moving our way down through our body. With your feet parallel, stop swinging your arms. You may like to have a block handy for this. We're going to take a forward fold here. So if you need to go get a block, take it down onto your mat between your feet. Do that here. Inhale, when you're ready, take your arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your hips, and take your hands onto the mat if you can reach, or onto the floor. Now, if you can keep a flat back, you might start to straighten your legs a little bit more. If you have trouble keeping a flat back, hands up higher on a prop, or knees more deeply bent. Now pull your chin in a little bit, look down toward the floor. We're going to take a gentle little twist here. Inhale, take your right arm loosely up toward the ceiling. Doesn't need to point straight up toward the ceiling, but turn your chest to the right. As you exhale, bring your right hand back down. And inhale, left arm stretches up, turn your chest to the left. And exhale, back down. So again, find a freedom of movement. Right arm up, twist to the right. Exhale, back down. Not forcing into your deepest range of motion. Inhale, left arm up. And back down. Keep your neck really long, chin pulled in a little bit. One more round on each side. So your right arm comes up and down. And then your left arm comes up. Good. And down. Hands to your hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, navel to spine with a flat back. Come on up to stand and heel toe or hop your feet together. Good. Give your legs a little shake underneath you. All right, this next one has a little bit of balance involved, so you might find that you want to step over close enough to hold on to a piece of furniture or to the wall. You can always try your luck in the middle of your mat. Stand up really tall. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your right knee up, grab under your thigh if you can, and pull that right knee up into your chest. Now inhale, stretch your right leg back behind you. Try not to tip forward. So rather than here, tighten your ribs in, point your right toes on the mat, and squeeze your glutes. So take a breath in. We're going to go as a flow now. Exhale, right knee comes up. Really push into the floor with your left foot. Inhale, right leg extends behind you without tipping forward. Exhale, right knee comes up. Assist it a little bit if you can. Bring it a little higher. And inhale, tap it back. So if you're holding on to something, you can pull with just one hand. The other hand might be holding on. Tap it back. Good. 2 more rounds like that. Exhale. And inhale. And 1 more. Exhale. Good. And inhale. Good. We're going to change sides. So feet under your hips. Take a deep breath. And we go slow on this first round. Exhale. Pull your left knee up. Grab hold if you can. Really push into your right foot. Now slowly set it back behind you. Try to straighten that leg out. Squeeze your glutes. Avoid tipping forward from your ribs in. Take a deep breath in. Now we go as a flow. Exhale. Left knee comes up. Pull it up a little higher if you can. And inhale. Straighten it out behind you. Hug your abdominal muscles in. Exhale. Knee comes up. And inhale. Send it back. Good. Slow your breath down. There's no rush. Good. Try to keep a nice long spine, lifted posture through that whole range of motion. Good. Heading into our last 2. Perfect. And last one. Good. And once you come down, step your feet out slightly wide again. This time toes out, heels in. Hands to your thighs. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, horse stance. But this time, slide your hands down toward your knees and tip your hips back. Lean your chest forward. So you might have just a little bit of a lean out in front of you. If you want to get in deeper and you want to open up your inner thighs a little bit more, you could bring your forearms down to your inner thighs. But this may be plenty. Okay? Now, inhale, lift your hips up a little bit higher so your legs are just a little straighter. Exhale, sink your hips down, maybe just an inch or 2, maybe even a little bit deeper. So inhale, keep pushing out a little bit with your hands or your forearms, lift your hips a little bit. Exhale with a flat back, sink down a little bit deeper. Let's try just a few more rounds. Good. Trying to massage those muscles in your inner thighs. Inner hip sockets are getting a little joint mobilization too. Really warming up your quads now. Let's take 2 more rounds. Good. Keep stretching your hips back a little bit, stretching your chest forward. 1 more round. Lift and lower, and then come all the way up to stand. Heel toe your feet in to about shoulder distance, and we're going to sway our hips and add an optional swivel around. So what I'm doing is rotating my pelvis a little to the right, a little to the left, as I tip my right outer hip out, left outer hip out. Just moves your thigh bones around in your hip sockets. Good. Take another breath like that. And then step your feet back to sit-bone distance, and if you need to, we're going to do 1 more little balancing exercise here. If you need to hold on to something, grab a piece of furniture or a wall again. Now, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, right side hamstring curl. So bring your right heel up. If you can tap that foot for a second with your right hand, fine, and then set it down. So take a breath in. Exhale, left side hamstring curl. Maybe you can tap for a moment, and then back down. We're going to add on a little arm motion. So inhale, right side hamstring curl, left arm up. Exhale down. Inhale, left side hamstring curl, right arm up. back down. Now you may not be tapping your foot or ankle, you don't need to. Good. Keep going with your breath. But if you can easily reach your foot or ankle, you might, just for a hot second, grab hold and pull your heel in. Then you have a little hot second quad stretch. If that's difficult for you to do, don't worry about it. The point of this really is for the hamstring curl that is active, not passive. Okay, so keep on going. Notice what your abdominals are doing, what your front ribs are doing. If you're back bending, each time you reach up with an arm and reach back for your foot, try to tighten your ribs in, stand up a little taller, one more round, and then we're going to get a static quad stretch in. So there's your last round. Good. Bring it down. Now, if you need to grab a strap in order to reach your foot, do. And we're going to go ahead and grab that right foot or loop a strap over your foot or ankle. Grab onto a wall or a piece of furniture if you need to help you balance. Hold and breathe. It's not long, about 30 seconds. Lengthen your kneecap toward the floor. Pull your low belly in and up toward your ribs. Good. Lift your heart up a little bit toward the ceiling. Drop your shoulders back and down. And breathe deeply. Good. Almost there. And after your next exhalation, bring it down. We're going to change sides. So adjust with a strap if you like, or if you can reach with your hand, grab that left foot or ankle. And the rest of it is standing still. Unless you need to hold on to something, you can reach that right arm out. Otherwise, we're in mountain pose. Low belly draws in and up. Kneecap tries to lengthen toward the floor. For a deeper stretch, pull your heel in a little bit closer, but you may not need to deepen it. Lifting up through your breastbone a little bit. Dropping your shoulders back and down. Keep on breathing. You're almost there. Good. One more round, as deep as you can. And then bring it down. Good. Come onto the back edge of your mat now. Mat can be cleared off of any props. We may have frozen for a moment, but give it a little second. Come to the back of your mat. We're just coming down to hands and knees. So there we are. Once you're at the back of your mat, inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, bend your knees and take yourself down onto your mat to hands and knees. If you want to add some extra padding under your knees now, do that here. Now, take your right leg up and back, straighten it out, tighten your ribs in, left arm forward. Take a deep breath in, bird dog. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, left leg goes back, right arm forward, tighten your ribs in, really stretch out long. Exhale, back down. So side to side with your breath, lengthen your neck, lengthen your lower back. Pull in through your navel and through your low ribs. Good. Stretch out, opposite arm, opposite leg as long as you can. And try to slow it down. The slower you go, the more control you'll gain through that whole range of motion. So better for your balance, better for your core strength, for your back strength. Keep on breathing. It's the most important part. Deep, slow breaths. Good. A couple more rounds like that. Take your time, relax your jaw. I'm going to do another round, so we end up doing right leg and left arm first, and left leg, right arm last. When you get done, you choose child's pose or downward facing dog. Child's pose or downward facing dog. Either way, breathe. Down doggers. Broaden your upper back and traction your spine. You might start to stretch your heels back and down, but if that makes you tuck your tail way under and round your back, then keep your heels a little bit lifted. Maybe just walk in place a little bit and pulse a little more opening into your calf muscles. Good. Whatever you're working on, child's pose or down dog, will take another slow, deep breath. And then from there, we'll meet on hands and knees and lower to your belly. Then prop up on your forearms in Sphinx pose. You could interlace your fingers if you like. Put your elbows under your shoulders. Pull your chin in a little bit. Push the mat away with your forearms and lengthen your neck up and out of your shoulders. Slide your shoulders back and down. Pull your lower abdominals in a little bit. Bend your right knee, just loosely there, and point and flex your right foot for a few breaths. Now with that right knee bent, you may need to draw your lower abdominals in a little bit more so your lower back doesn't feel compressed. Keep breathing deeply here, and now circle your ankle around 5 times in each direction. So we'll do a nice slow 5 going one way. When you get done with 5, do 5 in the other direction. Good. When you get done, straighten your right leg out and lower yourself down to your belly. Press up to hands and knees. Good. Press up to hands and knees. Now we're going to head back to down dog for a moment. Child's pose is an alternative if you want it. But down dog if you can. And if you've chosen down dog, stretch your right heel back and down and put a bend in your left knee. So that same side, that same leg that we just pointed and flexed and did some ankle circles, now we're going to try to open up those calf muscles and hamstrings a little bit more. So traction your dog by pushing your hands down and forward, bow your head, stretching your right heel back and down, trying to press your right thigh bone way back in space. Breathe. And we'll take another slow deep breath like that. Perfect. And then we'll meet on hands and knees to get back down to Sphinx pose again. Come on down to your belly. Prop up on your forearms. Elbows under shoulders. First start to lift your spine away from your pelvis. Long neck, shoulders back and down, long in your lower back, supported with your lower abdominals. Then bend your left knee just loosely and start to point and flex your foot a few times as you breathe. Deep, slow inhalations and exhalations. If your low back is sensitive, it helps a lot to breathe into your lower back rather than into your belly so much. Now circle 5 times around. Your foot and ankle, get your toes involved. Keep breathing. When you've done 5, do 5 in the other direction. Nice and slow, there's no rush. Breathe, breathe. When you get done, straighten that left leg out, lower yourself all the way down. Press up hands and knees, and your choice again for child's pose if you want it, but if you can, down dog. So lift your knees up and back, and then we're going to focus on that left leg. So straighten your left leg out, stretch your left heel back and down. Put a bend in your right knee. So you're up on the ball of your right foot. And then use the strength of your upper back and arms to stretch your hips way up and back, sit bones lifting a little bit. Use the strength of your thighs to push that thigh bone back. And the strength of the front of your shin, front of your ankle to help you reach that left heel back and down. Take a couple more breaths just like that. You're doing great. Good. One more. Perfect. And then we meet on hands and knees and have a seat on your hips with your feet out in front of you. So you might prop your hips up on a blanket or pillow or cushion if you like. Legs straight out in front of you, start in Dandasana, then bend your right knee and cross your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Hang on for a moment to the front of your right shin with both hands. Pull back a little bit and sit up really tall. Take a deep breath in. Now as you exhale, we're going to hang on just with the left hand and spinal twist, right hand behind you. You can hook your whole right arm in front of that right shin if you like, and pull in a little bit. So we're trying to close the gap between our thigh and our chest and belly, even as we spinal twist to the right. Keep a lot of weight down through that right hip. So if you're rocking your weight off to your left, get a little bit more down into your right hip. And then if you've dug in there as deeply as you can, back off just a little bit so you have a little bit of room to breathe. You have a little bit of room to relax. Let your shoulders drop down. Keep reaching the crown of your head up toward the ceiling gently. Good, let's take another slow deep breath like that. And then unwind from your twist and uncross your legs. Widen your left leg out to the left and your right knee open to the right. If you're sitting up on a prop, a blanket, or cushion, try to even out your hips there. Open your arms wide, inhale. As you exhale, turn, rotate to the left, and bow just a little bit over that left leg. And then inhale, come back up, open your arms wide. Exhale, turn to the right, right hand behind you, lean to your right arm and take your left arm up. It's a little bit of an angled side bend, so you're leaning back and over to the right. So let's do that again. Inhale, arms open wide. Exhale, turn toward your left leg and bow over it. Inhale, come on up, open your arms wide. Turn a little toward your right knee, your right hand comes back behind you, lean to that right arm, left arm up and over. Good. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, turn, twist, fold. Inhale, open wide. If you want a little bit more this time, then rock star. Push into your right shin, lift your hips up, lengthen that left leg, point your toes, but then slowly come back down. Take a deep breath and we're going to do 2 more rounds. Exhale, rotate to the left, fold over your left leg a little bit. And inhale, come up, open wide. Option 1, just lean, left arm up. Option 2, push into your right hand and your right shin and lift your hips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it down. Now this last round we're going to hold a little bit. So inhale, open. Exhale, lean out over your left leg and fold. You might just be leaning a tiny bit, or you might be able to slide your hand. I like to go to my outer leg and pull against it a little bit. It helps me rotate my ribs down toward that left leg. But you can stay up and out as much as you like. Okay, bow your head a bit and breathe deeply. Opening up our left side hamstrings at an angle here. Right side outer hip, right side waist maybe lengthening up along your back. On that right side maybe lengthening. It's a good cross body stretch. Alright, we're heading into our last slow deep breath like that. And then slowly sit up. Open your arms wide, inhale. Exhale, twist a little to the right, right hand behind you at an angle, left arm up, and then you can stay like that for a few breaths, or lift up to rock star. It's a little bit like a side plank, a little bit like a one-armed reverse plank. So you can make it more about your side body and really lengthen from your left toes up to your left fingertips. You could puff your chest up a little bit, lean your head back, just hug your belly in, make it a little bit of a back bend. It's not long, let's try one more. Deep, slow breath there, all the way in, all the way out. And then lower down and sit. Bend your left knee. Cross your left shin in front of your right shin, or cradle your left shin and bring that left ankle up above your right knee. Okay, so either one. Take a deep breath and we're going to do a quick forward fold. As you exhale, try fingertips behind you first. Onto your mat, push your mat back and lean forward until you feel an outer hip stretch. So what you're trying to do is use the strength of your arms to tilt your whole pelvis forward. So rather than rounding your spine, you're leaning with a flat back. Then if as you're leaning in, you're getting a hip stretch, you want to get in there deeper, your hands can come around in front. I like to pull back on my knees a little bit to keep that lengthening effect going. So I'm really working hips instead of back. But find the place where you're most comfortable for just a few more breaths. Good. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Sit yourself upright. If you're in double pigeon, cradle, uncross your legs, stretch them out in front of you, bang them on the mat a little bit. And then open up your right leg off to the right, your left knee bends and opens to the left. You can prop yourself up wherever you need it. So we start nice and slow. Inhale, open your arms wide, and as you exhale, turn and twist and fold just gently over your right leg. And then come on up, inhale. Exhale, left hand back at an angle behind you. Just lean to that left arm and right arm up over your ear. So inhale, open wide. Exhale, rotate and gently bow over your right leg. Inhale, up, open wide. Exhale, left hand back behind you. Lean to your left hip a little bit, lean to your left hand, right arm up and over. Let's do another round like that. Inhale. Good. Exhale, turn, twist, and fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, lean, a little bit of a side stretch for that right side. Now we'll have the choice to make it a little bit deeper. So we start the same way, exhale, fold. And then inhale, open wide. You can do the same thing again, or rock star, push into your left hand and left shin, lift your hips up, point your toes, take a deep breath in, and then back down. So just one more of those moving, inhale wide. Exhale, turn, twist, and fold. Inhale, open wide. Left hand behind you, either lean or lift your hips, rock star. Pause there and take an extra in-breath. And then bring it down. This time we hold for a moment. So open wide, inhale, and exhale, turn, twist, and fold. You can take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh if you like. And bow a little bit deeper over it as you slide your left hand down, or you can stay up a little bit higher. Your hands perhaps just framing your leg. So breathe, notice what you feel. Maybe some hamstring on the right, some side waist or back muscles stretching on the left, maybe up as high as your ribs and your shoulder blade on the left. Maybe as low as that left outer hip opening up. Breathe deeply. Take another round like that. And then bring yourself up. Open your arms wide. Inhale. We're almost through. Left hand back behind you to the left a little bit. Turn to the left. You can stay there or rock star for just a few breaths. Lift your pelvis. So push the mat away if you're lifting your hips up with both your left hand and your left shin. Low belly in. Could be more of a side body stretch. Could be a little bit more of a back bend. Head drops back. Chest puffs up. Almost there. One more breath. All the way in. And out. Lower yourself down. Now bend your left knee. Your right knee, sorry. You can cross that right shin in front of your left shin. Or you can cradle. So right on top of left. And once you're in place, fingertips behind you, take a breath in. Exhale, start to hinge forward. You may not go very far, but lean until you get some stretch for your hips. If it makes sense to keep pushing the mat away behind you, stay there. And if you want instead to reach forward and grab your knees and pull back a little bit, bow a little deeper out over your legs, then great. Breathe. Slow, deep breaths there. Relax your outer hips, especially now that outer right hip. And one more breath like that, all the way in, all the way out. And then sit upright, and cradle if you're in double pigeon, uncross, stretch your legs out, give them a little bit of a jiggle. And then give yourself room to recline and come right onto your back. We are almost through. Open your arms wide like an airplane or cactus. We're going to windshield wiper. So bent knees, feet wide. Inhale, sway your knees to the right. Turn your chin to your left shoulder. Exhale, sway your knees to your left. Chin to your right shoulder. Side to side. A few rounds. Good. Start to really slow your breath down. Try to pay a little bit of attention to a lot of our bodies today. So observe what you feel in your hips and thighs, in your back, in your side waist, arms and chest and shoulders, in your neck. Let's finish up one more round of windshield wipers like that. Side to side. And when you get done, pick your feet up, hug your knees in, rock a little bit side to side. And hands on your kneecaps. Stir 3 circles around. Massage the back of your pelvis. And when you've done 3, do 3 in the other direction. Good. Now, as we head into our final relaxation, so drop your feet down, let's think about butterfly pose in our legs. If you have props that you can prop your knees up with to make you more comfortable, feel free to use them. And if you don't feel particularly comfortable in butterfly, then legs stretched out in traditional Shavasana. But especially if you choose butterfly, make sure that your lower back feels long, your tailbone feels like it's lengthened down towards your heels. And then broaden your shoulder blades, lengthen your neck, get the back of your head connected either to your mat or propped up on some support. And bring your attention to your breath now. Start to feel your breath rising and falling inside your body. And follow the path of your breath in through your nose, into your lungs, and out of your lungs, out through your nose. And rather than letting your mind wander away to some future or past event, see if you can be fully here in your body. Feel the weight of your pelvis pressing against the mat beneath you. The same in your upper back and shoulder blades, the back of your head. Relax your arms as they stretch out and down on either side of you. And if your knees are wide, try to relax your inner legs toward your outer legs. Relax your outer legs toward the floor. Feel the point of contact between your 2 feet in that butterfly shape. Feel your chest and your rib cage rising and falling with your breath. Feel your belly rising and falling. Feel your breath in the back of your body, through the curves of your spine, your back muscles, your shoulder blade muscles, your neck muscles, rising and falling. Use that sensation, that feedback that you get from your breath to help you stay here on your mat in this moment in your body. If your knees are still wide, draw your knees together and stretch your legs out straight Shavasana style, and we're going to rest here for a few more minutes. Now feel your legs lengthened down and away from your pelvis. Relax your knees, your ankles, toes. Breathe for a moment into the crown of your head. Feel the crown of your head rising and falling. Especially as you exhale, feel your whole head relaxing. Relax your face, forehead, your scalp. Relax your eyes and your ears, your mouth. Relax your mind. And now take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth and gently start to wake yourself up. Move your fingers and toes. Move your hands and feet and wrists and ankles. And then your arms and legs stretch out and take a deep breath in again. Out through your mouth. Bring your arms down, bend your knees and roll to one side. Pause there and take one more breath. All the way in, all the way out. And use the strength of your arms to bring yourself up to a seat. Hello again. Once you're up, inhale, stretch your arms out. And exhale, hands to your heart. Namaste.